Introduction to the Human Reproductive System. Welcome to this comprehensive introduction to the human reproductive system. This video will provide an overview of how the reproductive system works, its biological importance, and the factors that influence reproductive health. Before we dive into the male and female reproductive systems in detail, let's explore the fundamentals of reproduction. What is the reproductive system? The reproductive system is responsible for creating new life. It consists of organs, glands, and hormones that work together to produce, transport, and nurture reproductive cells. Unlike other body systems that function continuously, the reproductive system operates in stages and is regulated by hormones. There are two main types of reproductive systems, male and female. Both are designed for reproduction but function differently. Key functions of the reproductive system. Production of gametes, sperm eggs. The reproductive system produces gametes, sperm in males and eggs, and ova in females. These cells are necessary for fertilization. Hormonal regulation. Hormones such as testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone regulate reproductive functions, including puberty, fertility, and pregnancy. Fertilization. Fertilization occurs when a sperm cell meets an egg, leading to the formation of a zygote. This marks the beginning of human development. Growth and development of offspring. Once fertilization occurs, the zygote develops into an embryo, then a fetus, and finally, a baby at birth. The role of hormones in reproduction. Hormones act as chemical messengers that regulate reproductive functions. Major hormones and their roles. Follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, and luteinizing hormone, LH, stimulate sperm and egg production. Testosterone drives male reproductive development, while estrogen and progesterone regulate the female cycle and pregnancy. Oxytocin is responsible for labor contractions and bonding between mother and child. Factors affecting reproductive health. Reproductive health is influenced by genetics, lifestyle, environmental factors, and medical conditions. Key factors. Nutrition. A balanced diet supports hormonal balance and fertility. Exercise. Regular physical activity improves reproductive health. Environmental toxins. Exposure to chemicals can impact fertility. Stress and mental health. High stress levels can disrupt hormonal balance. Common myths about reproduction. 1. Women are fertile throughout their cycle. Truth, fertility peaks during ovulation. 2. Men remain fertile for life. Truth, while sperm production continues, sperm quality declines with age. 3. Contraception causes infertility. Truth, birth control methods only prevent pregnancy temporarily. This is an introduction to the reproductive system, setting the foundation for deeper exploration of male and female reproductive health. Understanding how reproduction works helps us make informed health decisions. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share to help spread knowledge. Drop your questions or comments below, and let's continue the conversation. Understanding the male reproductive system. Welcome to this comprehensive breakdown of the male reproductive system. In this video, we'll explore the anatomy, functions, hormonal regulation, sperm production, common disorders, and reproductive health care. Understanding the male reproductive system is essential for overall health, fertility awareness, and medical education. Let's begin with the anatomy of the male reproductive system. Anatomy of the male reproductive system. 1. External structures. The penis is the organ responsible for delivering sperm during reproduction. It consists of three main parts: the root, shaft, and glands. The scrotum is the pouch of skin that holds the testicles and regulates temperature for optimal sperm production. 2. Internal structures. The testicles, are oval-shaped organs responsible for producing sperm and testosterone. Each testicle contains seminiferous tubules where sperm production occurs. The epididymis is a coiled tube that stores and matures sperm before they are transported. The vas deferens is the duct that carries sperm from the epididymis to the urethra. The seminal vesicles produce a fluid that nourishes and protects sperm. The prostate gland produces seminal fluid that enhances sperm motility. The bulbourethral glands, Cowper's glands, secrete a lubricating fluid into the urethra. The urethra carries urine and semen out of the body, acting as a shared passageway for the reproductive and urinary systems. Functions of the male reproductive system. Spermatogenesis. The process of sperm production occurs in the testes and takes about 72 days to complete. Hormonal regulation. The hypothalamus and pituitary gland control reproductive hormones. Testosterone plays a key role in sperm production, muscle growth, and male characteristics. Ejaculation process. Sperm travels from the testes through the reproductive tract, mixing with fluids to form semen. Sperm production and fertilization. 1. Sperm development. Millions of sperm are produced daily, but only a fraction survive the journey to fertilization. Healthy sperm are characterized by strong motility, proper morphology, and viability. 2. Pathway to fertilization. During ejaculation, sperm travels through the vas deferens, mixes with seminal fluid, and is propelled through the urethra. Upon reaching the female reproductive tract, sperm undergo capacitation, preparing them for fertilization. Common disorders of the male reproductive system. Erectile dysfunction, ED. Inability to maintain an erection due to physical or psychological causes. Low sperm count, oligospermia. Fewer than normal sperm in ejaculate, often linked to lifestyle factors and medical conditions. Prostate enlargement, benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a common condition in aging men causing difficulty urinating. Prostate cancer, the second most common cancer in men, often detected through PSA tests. Testicular cancer, affects young men but has a high survival rate when detected early. Reproductive health care and maintenance. Regular checkups, including testicular self-exams, are crucial for early detection of issues. A balanced diet rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and zinc supports reproductive health. Exercise boosts testosterone levels and overall reproductive function. Avoid smoking, excessive alcohol, and drug use, which can negatively impact sperm health. Bonus section. Reproductive health. Myths. 1. Frequent ejaculation reduces sperm count. Truth. The body continuously produces sperm, and regular ejaculation does not deplete fertility. 2. Wearing tight underwear lowers sperm count. Truth. While heat can affect sperm production, normal underwear choices have minimal impact. 3. Male fertility doesn't decline with age. Truth. While men can father children at older ages, sperm quality declines over time. Conclusion. We've covered the anatomy, functions, sperm production, common disorders, and healthcare tips. Reproductive health is a key part of overall well-being. Taking preventive measures ensures long-term health. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share to spread awareness. Drop any questions or comments below, and let's keep the discussion going. Let's move on to understanding the female reproductive system. Welcome to this detailed exploration of the female reproductive system. In this video, we'll break down the anatomy, functions, hormonal regulation, menstrual cycle, common disorders, and reproductive health care. Understanding this system is crucial for general health, reproductive well-being, and medical awareness. Let's begin by looking at the anatomy of the female reproductive system. Anatomy of the female reproductive system. 1. External structures. The vulva includes the mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, and vaginal opening. These structures protect internal organs and play a role in sexual arousal. Did you know? The clitoris has about 8,000 nerve endings, making it the most sensitive part of the female body. 2. Internal structures. The vagina is a muscular canal that connects the external genitals to the cervix. It functions in childbirth, menstruation, and sexual intercourse. The cervix is the lower part of the uterus that controls what enters and exits. It plays a key role in preventing infections and also dilates during childbirth. The uterus, or womb, is where a fertilized egg implants and develops into a fetus. The uterus can expand significantly during pregnancy, from the size of a pear to the size of a watermelon. The fallopian tubes serve as pathways for eggs traveling from the ovaries to the uterus. Fertilization typically occurs here. The ovaries are responsible for producing eggs and hormones like estrogen and progesterone. A woman is born with about 2 million eggs, but only around 400 will be ovulated in her lifetime. Functions of the female reproductive system. Oogenesis is the process of egg production, which occurs in the ovaries. Each month, one egg matures and is released. Hormonal regulation is controlled by estrogen and progesterone, which influence menstrual cycles and pregnancy. Fertilization happens when sperm meets an egg in the fallopian tube. If fertilization occurs, the egg implants into the uterus. The reproductive system also plays a key role in childbirth and lactation. The hormone oxytocin stimulates contractions during labor and helps in breastfeeding. The menstrual cycle. 1. Phases of the menstrual cycle. The menstrual phase, days 1-5, is when the uterine lining is shed, causing bleeding. The follicular phase, days 1-13, is when an egg matures under the influence of FSH. Ovulation, day 14, is when the egg is released and is most likely to be fertilized. The luteal phase, days 15-28, prepares the uterus for possible pregnancy, and if pregnancy does not occur, hormone levels drop, triggering menstruation. Use 2. Hormonal control. FSH and LH regulate egg development and ovulation. Estrogen thickens the uterine lining, while progesterone maintains it. Common disorders of the female reproductive system. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, leads to hormonal imbalances, irregular periods, and cysts on the ovaries. It affects about 1 in 10 women. Endometriosis is the growth of uterine tissue outside the uterus, causing pain, worry, and fertility issues. Symptoms include painful periods and heavy bleeding. Fibroids are non-cancerous growths in the uterus, affecting nearly 70% of women by age 50. Pelvic inflammatory disease, PID, is an infection of reproductive organs, often linked to STIs. It can lead to infertility if untreated. Infertility can result from various factors, including hormonal imbalances, blocked fallopian tubes, or lifestyle factors. Treatments include medication, surgery, and assisted reproductive technologies. Reproductive health care and maintenance. Regular gynecological checkups help monitor reproductive health. Pap smears can detect cervical cancer early. Safe sexual practices, including condom use and regular STI testing, can prevent infections. A balanced diet and exercise contribute to hormonal balance and overall well-being. Nutrients like folic acid, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids support reproductive health. Screenings like mammograms help detect breast cancer early. Self-breast exams are also important. Bonus section: reproductive health. Myths. 1. A woman cannot get pregnant during her period. Truth. While it's less likely, sperm can survive for days, making pregnancy possible. 2. Birth control causes infertility. Truth. Birth control methods regulate hormones and do not cause permanent infertility. 3. Only women over 40 experience fertility issues. Truth. Many factors can affect fertility at any age. Conclusion. We've covered the anatomy, functions, menstrual cycle, common disorders, and healthcare tips. Reproductive health is vital to overall well-being, and knowledge empowers better health choices. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share to spread awareness. Drop any questions or comments below, And if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss in our next video, please tell us in the comment section. Thank you for watching to this point. Please stay tuned for the next topic. Just a little brain teaser here for you. Look at this diagram closely and try to label the blank spaces to see how many you can label correctly. Your countdown starts now. Using this labeled diagram, how many were you able to label correctly? Thanks for the attempt. Let's head on to the next topic. A detailed breakdown of the nervous system. Introduction to the nervous system. Definition. The nervous system is a complex network of nerves and cells that send signals between different parts of the body. It controls every action, thought, and sensation. Importance. Without the nervous system, we wouldn't be able to move, think, breathe, or react to our surroundings. Two major parts: central nervous system, CNS, brain and spinal cord, processes information. Peripheral nervous system, PNS. Nerves, connects CNS to the rest of the body. The central nervous system, CNS. The CNS is the control center of the body. It interprets sensory information and responds accordingly. 1. The brain. The master controller weighs about 1.4 kilograms, 3 pounds, but consumes 20% of the body's energy. Divided into three major parts: cerebrum, largest part thinking and memory center. Controls intelligence, memory, movement, and voluntary actions. Divided into left and right hemispheres. 4 lobes of the cerebrum: frontal lobe, problem solving, decision making, emotions. Parietal lobe, processes touch, pain, and temperature. Temporal lobe, controls hearing, language, and emotions. Occipital lobe, processes vision. Cerebellum, little brain, balance and coordination center. Controls posture, coordination, and fine motor movements. Brainstem, vital life functions. Controls involuntary functions like breathing, heartbeat, and digestion. The spinal cord, the highway of information. A long tube-like structure that connects the brain to the body. Main functions: carries messages from the body to the brain and vice versa. Reflexes. Some actions, like pulling your hand away from a sharp object, are automatic and don't involve the brain. The peripheral nervous system, PNS. The PNS connects the CNS to muscles, organs, and skin through nerves. 1. Two major divisions of the PNS. Somatic nervous system, voluntary actions, controls conscious movements. Autonomic nervous system, involuntary actions, controls unconscious activities. 2. The autonomic nervous system, two opposing forces. Sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, prepares the body for stress. Effects: increases heart rate, dilates pupils, and stops digestion to focus on survival. Parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, calms the body down after stress. Effects: slows heartbeat, stimulates digestion, contracts pupils. Neurons. The building blocks of the nervous system. The nervous system relies on neurons to send electrical and chemical messages. 1. Structure of a neuron. A neuron has 3 main parts. Dendrites. Receive messages from other neurons. Cell body, soma. Processes information. Axon. Sends electrical signals to the next neuron. 2. How neurons communicate. Synaptic transmission. Neurons don't touch. They communicate through a small gap called the synapse. Chemicals called neurotransmitters carry signals between neurons. 3. Types of neurons, sensory neurons, carry signals from the senses to the brain. Motor neurons carry signals from the brain to muscles. Interneurons connect neurons to process information. Common nervous system disorders. 1. Stroke. Occurs when blood supply to the brain is blocked, causing brain cells to die. 2. Alzheimer's disease. Affects memory and thinking due to neuron degeneration. 3. Parkinson's disease. A disorder that affects movement due to low dopamine levels. 4. Multiple sclerosis, MS. The immune system attacks the protective covering of nerves. Keeping the nervous system healthy. 1. Nutrition for brain health. Essential nutrients. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, nuts. Supports brain function. Antioxidants from berries, greens. Protects neurons. Vitamins. B6, B12, and D. Prevent nerve damage. 2. Exercise and mental health. Regular exercise increases blood flow to the brain and boosts memory. Activities like meditation and deep breathing reduce stress and improve focus. 3. Sleep and rest. The brain cleans out toxins during deep sleep. Lack of sleep leads to memory loss and mood swings. Summary, question and answer. The nervous system controls everything we do. CNS, brain and spinal cord, processes information. PNS, nerves. Connects the body to the CNS. Neurons communicate using electrical and chemical signals. Healthy habits improve brain function and prevent diseases. The circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system, is a vital component of the human body that is responsible for the transportation of blood, nutrients, gases, and waste products to and from the cells. This system plays a crucial role in maintaining homeostasis by ensuring that all tissues and organs receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly, while also removing waste products that could be harmful to the body. It consists of the heart, blood, and blood vessels working together to form an intricate network that supports life. The heart is the central organ of the circulatory system. It is a muscular organ located in the chest cavity, slightly to the left of the sternum. The heart is responsible for pumping blood throughout the entire body, supplying oxygen and nutrients to tissues, while also removing carbon dioxide and other waste products. It is divided into 4 chambers, 2 atria at the top and 2 ventricles at the bottom. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body, while the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. The right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation, while the left ventricle pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. The heart functions as a pump, circulating blood through 2 major pathways, the pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation is the path that blood takes from the heart to the lungs and back. Deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium, moves to the right ventricle, and is then pumped to the lungs via the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, the blood receives oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Oxygenated blood then returns to the left atrium of the heart through the pulmonary veins. Systemic circulation, on the other hand, is the path that oxygenated blood takes from the heart to the rest of the body. Once the oxygenated blood enters the left atrium, it is pumped into the left ventricle. From there, it is pushed through the aorta, the largest artery in the body, which branches out into smaller arteries that deliver blood to all parts of the body. After oxygen and nutrients are exchanged with the tissues, deoxygenated blood returns to the heart through veins, completing the cycle. Blood vessels are the channels through which blood travels, and they play a vital role in the circulatory system. There are 3 primary types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries are thick-walled vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to the body. They have elastic walls that allow them to expand and contract as the heart pumps blood through them. The largest artery, the aorta, is the main vessel that carries oxygenated blood from the heart to the body. As arteries branch out, they become smaller vessels known as arterioles, which further divide into capillaries. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels and are the sites where gas exchange occurs. They are so thin that blood cells must travel through them in single file. Capillaries allow for the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste products between the blood and the body's cells. Oxygen and nutrients pass from the blood in the capillaries into the tissues, while waste products like carbon dioxide move from the tissues into the blood. Capillaries then merge into venules, which are small veins that carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Veins are the blood vessels that return deoxygenated blood to the heart. They have thinner walls than arteries and contain valves that prevent blood from flowing backward. These valves ensure that blood moves in one direction, toward the heart. Veins from various parts of the body converge into larger veins, such as the superior and inferior vena cavae, which empty into the right atrium of the heart. Deoxygenated blood is then pumped into the right ventricle and sent to the lungs for oxygenation. One of the key functions of the circulatory system is the delivery of oxygen to tissues and the removal of carbon dioxide. Oxygen is transported by red blood cells, which contain a protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds to oxygen in the lungs and carries it through the bloodstream to tissues throughout the body. When red blood cells reach the capillaries, oxygen is released and diffuses into the surrounding cells. At the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular metabolism, diffuses from the cells into the blood. The red blood cells then transport carbon dioxide back to the lungs, where it is exhaled. The circulatory system also plays a crucial role in regulating body temperature. Blood vessels can constrict or dilate to control the amount of blood flowing to the skin and extremities. When the body is too hot, blood vessels near the surface of the skin dilate, allowing more blood to flow and releasing heat. When the body is too cold, blood vessels constrict, reducing blood flow to the skin and conserving heat. This process helps to maintain a stable body temperature, which is essential for proper cellular function. The circulatory system is also involved in the transport of hormones, immune cells, and nutrients. Hormones, which are chemical messengers produced by the endocrine glands, travel through the bloodstream to target organs and tissues. These hormones regulate various bodily functions, including metabolism, growth, and reproduction. Immune cells, such as white blood cells, travel through the bloodstream to sites of infection, where they help defend the body against harmful microorganisms. In addition, the blood carries nutrients from the digestive system to the cells, providing the energy needed for cellular processes. Blood pressure is another important aspect of the circulatory system. Blood pressure is the force exerted by blood against the walls of blood vessels as it is pumped by the heart. It is highest in the arteries and decreases as blood moves through the capillaries and veins. Blood pressure is regulated by various factors, including the heart's pumping action, the elasticity of blood vessels, and the volume of blood in the circulatory system. When blood pressure is too high, it can strain the heart and damage blood vessels. When it is too low, it can result in inadequate blood flow to tissues and organs. The lymphatic system, though distinct from the circulatory system, works closely with it to support immune function and fluid balance. The lymphatic system consists of lymph nodes, lymph vessels, and lymph, a fluid that is similar to blood plasma. Lymph vessels collect excess fluid from the tissues, which is then transported to the lymph nodes, where it is filtered and monitored for pathogens. Lymphatic vessels eventually return this fluid to the bloodstream, helping to maintain the proper balance of fluid in the body. Overall, the circulatory system is a highly efficient and essential network that supports life. Through the heart, blood vessels, and blood, it ensures that oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and immune cells are delivered to the body's cells, while waste products are removed. It helps maintain homeostasis by regulating temperature, blood pressure, and fluid balance. The circulatory system is vital for sustaining health, enabling the body to function as a coordinated and interconnected whole. Understanding its structure and function highlights the importance of cardiovascular health and the remarkable efficiency of the body's systems working in harmony. If you are getting values from this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, click on the bell icon to select all and share to others. If you have any question or topic you'd like us to talk about, please drop a comment below. Let's dive into the digestive system. The digestive system is an essential part of the human body, responsible for converting the food we eat into energy and nutrients while also eliminating waste. It is a complex system that involves various organs and processes working in tandem. The journey of food through the digestive system involves both mechanical and chemical breakdown, which allows the body to absorb nutrients that fuel its functions. Let's break down the process in detail, step by step. 1. The mouth, the beginning of digestion. Digestion starts in the mouth, where food enters the body. The mouth is equipped with teeth, which break down the food into smaller pieces. This mechanical digestion is critical because it increases the surface area of food, making it easier for enzymes to act on it. Saliva, produced by the salivary glands, plays an essential role in chemical digestion. Saliva contains an enzyme called amylase, which begins the breakdown of carbohydrates. As you chew, your tongue mixes the food with saliva, forming a soft ball-like mass called a bolus, which is then swallowed. 2. The esophagus, the passage to the stomach. After swallowing, the bolus travels down the esophagus, a muscular tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. The esophagus doesn't rely on gravity alone to move food down. Instead, it uses a process known as peristalsis. Peristalsis is a series of coordinated muscle contractions that push the bolus toward the stomach. At the lower end of the esophagus, a muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter, LS, relaxes to allow the bolus to pass into the stomach. Once the bolus passes through, the sphincter contracts to prevent stomach contents from going back into the esophagus. 3. The stomach, churning and breaking down food. The stomach is a muscular, hollow organ that acts as both a mechanical and chemical digestion site. It secretes gastric juices, which contain hydrochloric acid and pepsin, a powerful enzyme that begins the breakdown of proteins. The stomach's muscular walls churn and mix the food with these gastric juices, creating a semi-liquid substance called chyme. The acidic environment in the stomach also helps kill harmful bacteria and pathogens that may have been ingested along with the food. This process of mechanical churning and chemical breakdown continues for several hours. 4. The small intestine, where absorption happens. After the stomach, chyme moves into the small intestine, which is the primary site for nutrient absorption. The small intestine is divided into 3 sections: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The first part of the small intestine, the duodenum, is where most chemical digestion occurs. Here, bile from the liver and stored in the gallbladder is released into the duodenum. Bile helps emulsify fats, breaking them down into smaller droplets that can be further digested by enzymes. The pancreas also releases digestive enzymes into the duodenum. These enzymes include amylase, which breaks down carbohydrates, lipase, which breaks down fats, and proteases, which break down proteins. As chyme moves through the small intestine, nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream through tiny finger-like projections on the inner lining of the intestines called villi. Each villus is covered in even smaller, hair-like structures called microvilli, which further increase the surface area for nutrient absorption. The jejunum and ileum are primarily responsible for absorbing nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, amino acids, fatty acids, and glucose into the bloodstream. Once absorbed, these nutrients are transported to various cells in the body, where they are used for energy, growth, and repair. 5. The large intestine, reabsorbing water and forming stool. Once the food has passed through the small intestine and most of the nutrients have been absorbed, the remaining indigestible material enters the large intestine. The large intestine, also known as the colon, is responsible for absorbing water, salts, and electrolytes from the remaining food material. This process helps to form solid stool. The large intestine consists of several sections: the cecum, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and sigmoid colon. The colon also contains bacteria that play a crucial role in breaking down some remaining food particles and synthesizing certain vitamins, such as vitamin K and some B vitamins. As waste material moves through the large intestine, water is gradually absorbed, and the stool becomes more solid. Any undigested material, along with water and electrolytes, moves into the rectum for storage. 6. The rectum and anus, the elimination process. The rectum is the final section of the large intestine and serves as a temporary storage area for stool. When the rectum fills, stretch receptors in the walls send signals to the brain, which triggers the urge to defecate. The anus, the opening at the end of the digestive tract, is surrounded by two rings of muscle known as the anal sphincters. These muscles control the release of stool from the body. When the sphincters relax, stool is expelled from the body, completing the digestive process. 7. Accessory organs, supporting digestion. In addition to the primary organs of the digestive tract, several accessory organs play essential roles in digestion. The liver is the largest internal organ and produces bile, which is stored in the gallbladder. Bile is important for the digestion and absorption of fats in the small intestine. The pancreas, located behind the stomach, produces digestive enzymes and bicarbonate. The digestive enzymes help break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, while bicarbonate helps neutralize the acidic chyme that comes from the stomach into the small intestine. The pancreas also has an endocrine function, releasing hormones like insulin and glucagon that regulate blood sugar levels. Insulin helps cells absorb glucose, while glucagon helps release glucose from storage when blood sugar levels drop. 8. The role of the digestive system in overall health. The digestive system is crucial not just for breaking down food, but for maintaining overall health. It provides the body with essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals necessary for energy, immune function, and cellular repair. A healthy digestive system supports proper hydration, as it absorbs water and electrolytes from the food we eat. It also plays a role in the immune system, as a significant portion of the body's immune cells are located in the gut. A well-functioning digestive system also supports a healthy gut microbiome, trillions of bacteria and other microorganisms that live in the intestines. These microbes aid in the digestion of certain foods, help synthesize vitamins, and play a role in protecting against harmful pathogens. Maintaining a balanced diet with fiber, probiotics, and sufficient hydration helps keep the digestive system functioning properly. In conclusion, the digestive system is a complex and vital part of the body that transforms food into essential nutrients. It begins in the mouth, where food is broken down mechanically and chemically, and continues through the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. The system also involves accessory organs like the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas, which support the breakdown and absorption of nutrients. Finally, waste is expelled from the body through the rectum and anus. Without proper digestion, the body would not be able to function, making the digestive system one of the most important systems in the body. Understanding how it works helps us appreciate the importance of maintaining digestive health through proper nutrition, hydration, and lifestyle choices. If you have any question, please comment below as I take you to our next topic, the respiratory system. The respiratory system is a vital system in the human body, responsible for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. It consists of various organs and structures that work together to ensure efficient breathing. This process is essential for sustaining life, as it provides oxygen to the body's cells and removes carbon dioxide, a waste product of metabolism. Without a properly functioning respiratory system, the body would be unable to generate the energy needed for daily activities, leading to severe health complications. The respiratory system is divided into two main parts, the upper respiratory tract and the lower respiratory tract. The upper respiratory tract includes the nose, nasal cavity, sinuses, pharynx, and larynx. These structures help filter, warm, and humidify the air before it reaches the lungs. The nasal cavity is lined with mucous membranes and tiny hair-like structures called cilia that trap dust, bacteria, and other particles, preventing them from reaching the lungs. The sinuses, which are air-filled cavities in the skull, help lighten the head's weight and contribute to voice resonance. The pharynx, a muscular tube located at the back of the throat, serves as a passageway for both air and food, directing them to their respective destinations. The larynx, also known as the voice box, contains the vocal cords, which vibrate to produce sound when air passes through them. The lower respiratory tract consists of the trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and lungs. The trachea, commonly referred to as the windpipe, is a sturdy tube supported by cartilage rings that prevent it from collapsing. It serves as the main airway for air to travel to the lungs. The trachea then divides into two main branches called the bronchi. Each bronchus leads to one lung. Inside the lungs, the bronchi further divide into smaller branches called bronchioles. These bronchioles continue to divide into even smaller tubes, ultimately leading to tiny air sacs called alveoli. The alveoli are the primary sites for gas exchange in the lungs. They are surrounded by a network of capillaries, which are small blood vessels that facilitate the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The alveolar walls are extremely thin, allowing oxygen to diffuse into the blood, while carbon dioxide moves out of the blood into the alveoli for exhalation. Breathing begins with inhalation, also known as inspiration. When a person inhales, the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle located at the base of the lungs, contracts and moves downward. This creates a negative pressure within the chest cavity, causing air to be drawn into the lungs through the nose or mouth. The intercostal muscles, which are located between the ribs, also play a role in breathing by expanding the rib cage to allow more air to enter the lungs. As air enters, it travels through the nasal cavity, where it is filtered, warmed, and humidified before reaching the lower respiratory tract. After passing through the nasal cavity, air moves into the pharynx, which is a muscular tube that serves as a pathway for both air and food. The pharynx connects to the larynx, where the epiglottis, a small flap of cartilage, prevents food and liquid from entering the respiratory tract. This ensures that only air passes into the trachea while food is directed to the esophagus. Just below the larynx is the trachea, which further directs air toward the lungs. When air reaches the alveoli, oxygen passes through the thin walls of the alveoli and enters the capillaries. Hemoglobin, a protein in red blood cells, binds to the oxygen and carries it through the bloodstream to various tissues and organs. At the same time, carbon dioxide, which is produced as a waste product of cellular respiration, diffuses from the blood into the alveoli. This carbon dioxide is then exhaled from the body during expiration, or exhalation. Exhalation occurs when the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward, decreasing the volume of the chest cavity. This increases the pressure inside the lungs, forcing air out through the nose or mouth. This process helps remove carbon dioxide and maintain proper gas levels in the blood. The respiratory system also plays a role in other functions such as speech, smell, and immune defense. The larynx allows humans to produce sound by controlling the flow of air across the vocal cords. The nasal cavity contains olfactory receptors that detect odors, allowing us to perceive different scents. Additionally, the respiratory system has defense mechanisms such as mucus and cilia that help trap and remove harmful pathogens and particles before they can cause infections. The immune system works in coordination with the respiratory system by producing antibodies and white blood cells that fight infections in the airways. Various factors can affect the efficiency of the respiratory system, including environmental pollutants, smoking, infections, and chronic respiratory conditions. Conditions such as asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, pneumonia, and lung cancer can impair lung function and make breathing difficult. Asthma is a chronic condition characterized by inflammation and narrowing of the airways, leading to difficulty breathing. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, often caused by smoking, leads to a progressive decline in lung function. Pneumonia is an infection that causes inflammation of the alveoli, leading to difficulty in oxygen exchange. Lung cancer is a serious disease where abnormal cells grow uncontrollably in the lungs, interfering with normal respiratory function. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, avoiding smoking, exercising regularly, and reducing exposure to air pollutants can help keep the respiratory system in optimal condition. In conclusion, the respiratory system is essential for sustaining life by ensuring the continuous exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. It consists of a complex network of organs and structures that work together to facilitate breathing, protect against harmful substances, and contribute to various physiological functions. Understanding how this system operates and how to care for it is crucial for maintaining overall health and well-being. By practicing healthy habits and being aware of respiratory diseases, individuals can improve their lung health and enhance their quality of life. Let's move on to the skeletal system. The skeletal system is one of the most important systems in the human body. It provides structure, support, protection, movement, and even plays a role in the production of blood cells. This system consists of bones, cartilage, ligaments, and joints, all working together to maintain the body's shape and facilitate movement. The human skeleton consists of 206 bones, which are divided into two main parts, the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton includes the skull, vertebral column, and rib cage. It serves as the central framework of the body and protects vital organs such as the brain, heart, and lungs. The appendicular skeleton consists of the bones of the limbs, the shoulder girdle, and the pelvic girdle. This part of the skeleton is responsible for movement and mobility. Each bone in the skeletal system has a specific function and is classified into different types based on its shape and structure. Long bones, such as the femur and humerus, provide strength and mobility. Short bones, like those in the wrist and ankle, offer support and stability. Flat bones, such as the skull and ribs, protect internal organs. Irregular bones, like the vertebrae and certain facial bones, serve unique functions in the body. Bones are living tissues that continuously undergo a process of remodeling. They are made up of an outer dense layer called compact bone and an inner spongy layer called cancellous bone. Compact bone provides strength and structure, while cancellous bone contains red bone marrow, which is responsible for producing red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Bones also store minerals such as calcium and phosphorus, which are essential for various bodily functions. In addition to minerals, bones contain collagen, a protein that gives them flexibility and resilience, reducing the risk of fractures. Bone health is maintained by specialized cells that regulate bone formation and breakdown. Osteoblasts are responsible for building new bone tissue, while osteoclasts break down old or damaged bone. This balance is essential for maintaining strong and healthy bones. When this balance is disrupted, it can lead to bone diseases such as osteoporosis, a condition in which bones become weak and brittle. Maintaining adequate levels of calcium, vitamin D, and engaging in regular physical activity helps to preserve bone density and strength. The skeletal system also includes joints, which are the points where two or more bones meet. Joints allow for movement and flexibility in the body. They are classified into three main types: fibrous joints, cartilaginous joints, and synovial joints. Fibrous joints, like those in the skull, do not allow movement. Cartilaginous joints, such as those between the vertebrae, allow limited movement. Synovial joints, like the knee and shoulder joints, provide a wide range of motion and are the most flexible type of joint in the body. Ligaments are strong connective tissues that hold bones together at the joints, providing stability and preventing excessive movement. Cartilage, another important component of the skeletal system, is a flexible connective tissue that reduces friction between bones and absorbs shock in joints. Over time, cartilage can wear down due to age, excessive use, or injury, leading to conditions such as osteoarthritis, which causes pain and stiffness in the joints. The skeletal system plays a critical role in movement by working together with the muscular system. Muscles are attached to bones by tendons, which allow movement when muscles contract. This relationship between bones and muscles enables the body to perform various physical activities, from simple tasks like walking and bending to complex movements like running and jumping. The nervous system also plays a role by sending signals to muscles to contract and relax in coordination with the skeletal system. In addition to providing structure and movement, the skeletal system serves as a storage site for essential minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. When the body needs these minerals, bones release them into the bloodstream to maintain proper physiological functions. A deficiency in these minerals can weaken bones, making them more susceptible to fractures and diseases. Another important function of the skeletal system is the production of blood cells. This process, called hematopoiesis, occurs in the red bone marrow found in certain bones, such as the pelvis, ribs, and sternum. Red blood cells carry oxygen. White blood cells fight infections, and platelets help in blood clotting. Any disruption in this process can lead to conditions such as anemia, in which the body lacks sufficient red blood cells, or leukemia, a cancer that affects blood cell production. As people age, bone density tends to decrease, making bones more fragile and prone to fractures. Conditions such as osteoporosis, a disease that weakens bones, can develop due to low calcium levels, hormonal changes, or a sedentary lifestyle. Regular exercise, a balanced diet rich in calcium and vitamin D, and avoiding smoking and excessive alcohol consumption can help maintain strong and healthy bones. Various diseases and disorders can affect the skeletal system, impacting its function and structure. Arthritis, a condition that causes inflammation of the joints, can lead to pain and reduce mobility. Fractures occur when bones break due to trauma or excessive force. Scoliosis is an abnormal curvature of the spine that can affect posture and movement. Rickets is a disease caused by vitamin D deficiency, leading to soft and weakened bones. Paget's disease is a disorder that disrupts the normal cycle of bone renewal, resulting in weakened and deformed bones. Taking care of the skeletal system is essential for overall health and well-being. Engaging in weight-bearing exercises such as walking, running, and resistance training can help strengthen bones. Maintaining a healthy diet with adequate calcium and vitamin D intake supports bone density. Avoiding excessive stress on the bones, using protective gear during physical activities, and practicing good posture can prevent injuries and skeletal disorders. Seeking medical attention for any joint or bone pain can help diagnose and manage conditions before they worsen. The skeletal system is a complex and vital part of the human body. It provides support, protection, movement, and plays a crucial role in mineral storage and blood cell production. Understanding its structure and functions helps in maintaining overall health and preventing skeletal-related conditions. By adopting a healthy lifestyle and taking preventive measures, one can ensure strong bones and a well-functioning skeletal system throughout life. The human body is an incredibly complex and intricate system that works seamlessly to maintain life and enable a wide range of functions. Understanding the organization of the human body is essential to comprehending how it operates as a whole, with different parts interacting and collaborating to sustain life. The body is made up of trillions of cells that are the building blocks of all living organisms. Each cell has a specific function, and when cells group together, they form tissues. Tissues are groups of similar cells that work together to perform a particular task. There are 4 primary types of tissues in the body: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and nervous tissue. These tissues are found throughout the body and serve different roles, from protection and support to movement and communication. When tissues combine, they form organs. An organ is a structure made up of different tissues working together to perform specific functions. For instance, the heart is an organ composed of muscle tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue, all working together to pump blood throughout the body. Each organ in the body plays a crucial role in maintaining the overall health and functioning of the system. Organs also work together in systems, which are groups of organs that perform related functions to maintain homeostasis, the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. The human body can be seen as a highly organized system, with different levels of structure. At the cellular level, cells interact with one another, exchanging information and responding to various signals from the body and the environment. These signals are essential for the body to respond appropriately to changes, such as adjusting body temperature or releasing hormones when needed. Cells also communicate with one another to coordinate activities, ensuring that the body works as a unified whole. The next level of organization is tissues. Tissues form when cells work together to perform specific functions. For example, epithelial tissue lines the surfaces of the body, such as the skin, blood vessels, and organs. Connective tissue, on the other hand, supports and connects different parts of the body. Muscle tissue allows for movement, while nervous tissue is involved in communication and control of bodily functions. Once tissues are organized into organs, the complexity of the human body becomes even more apparent. Organs are structures that consist of multiple types of tissue working together. Each organ is specialized to perform particular functions, and these functions contribute to the body's overall health and survival. For example, the lungs are organs responsible for gas exchange, while the kidneys filter waste products from the blood. The brain, a highly specialized organ, is responsible for controlling and coordinating bodily functions, thoughts, emotions, and movement. Organs don't work in isolation. They work together in systems. A system is a group of organs that work together to perform specific functions that contribute to the body's overall health. There are several systems in the human body, such as the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the respiratory system, and the nervous system. Each system has its unique role, but they all work in harmony to ensure the body functions optimally. For instance, the cardiovascular system, which includes the heart and blood vessels, circulates blood to deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues and organs. Meanwhile, the respiratory system, which includes the lungs and airways, brings in oxygen and removes carbon dioxide from the body. The human body also has a remarkable ability to adapt and maintain balance. Homeostasis is the term used to describe the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment. For example, when you exercise, your body temperature rises. To maintain homeostasis, the body activates cooling mechanisms, such as sweating, to regulate temperature. Similarly, when the body detects changes in blood sugar levels, the pancreas releases insulin to keep blood sugar levels within a normal range. The body is also organized into different regions, such as the head, torso, arms, and legs. The head contains the brain and sensory organs such as the eyes, ears, and nose. The torso houses vital organs, such as the heart, lungs, stomach, liver, and intestines. The arms and legs are composed of bones, muscles, and joints that allow for movement and interaction with the environment. This regional organization helps define the body's structure and ensures that each part has a specific function and role in maintaining overall health. The skeletal system plays a significant role in the body's organization, providing structure and support. Bones form the framework of the body, and joints allow for movement. Muscles, connected to bones by tendons, contract and generate force to produce movement. This system of bones, muscles, and joints enables the body to perform a wide variety of physical activities, from walking and running to lifting objects and maintaining posture. The circulatory system is another key component in the body's organization. It consists of the heart, blood, and blood vessels, working together to transport oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products throughout the body. The heart pumps blood through arteries, veins, and capillaries, ensuring that each cell receives the necessary substances it needs to function, and that waste products are removed. The circulatory system is crucial for maintaining homeostasis by ensuring that all tissues and organs receive adequate oxygen and nutrients. The digestive system plays a vital role in the body's organization by breaking down food and absorbing nutrients. It includes organs like the mouth, stomach, intestines, liver, and pancreas. These organs work together to process food, absorb essential nutrients, and eliminate waste products. The digestive system is crucial for maintaining the body's energy balance, as the nutrients obtained from food fuel cellular processes and support overall health. The immune system is another essential part of the body's organization. It is responsible for protecting the body from harmful invaders, such as bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. The immune system includes various organs, tissues, and cells, including the lymph nodes, spleen, and white blood cells. It works to identify and eliminate harmful microorganisms while maintaining the body's ability to tolerate normal, non-harmful substances. The nervous system plays a central role in the organization of the body by coordinating communication between different parts of the body. It includes the brain, spinal cord, and nerves, which transmit electrical signals throughout the body. These signals allow the body to respond to stimuli, control movement, regulate bodily functions, and process sensory information. The nervous system also helps maintain homeostasis by regulating processes like heart rate, digestion, and temperature. The body's organization is also influenced by the endocrine system, which includes glands that produce hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers that regulate various bodily functions, such as metabolism, growth, and reproduction. The endocrine system works closely with the nervous system to ensure that the body responds appropriately to changes in the environment and internal conditions. The organization of the human body reflects its ability to function as a highly efficient and adaptable system, from the smallest cells to the most complex organs. Each level of organization plays a crucial role in maintaining health and homeostasis. The coordination and communication between cells, tissues, organs, and systems allow the body to perform its many essential functions, from movement and sensation to metabolism and immunity. Understanding this organization helps us appreciate the complexity of the human body and the remarkable ways it works to support life. Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell, leave a comment, and share. See you in the next video.